Thank you, and welcome to another edition of Lions Talk. Today we're here with some exciting guests, and we're going to have a wonderful chat today. But as usual, before we start, we'd like to get into our mission statement. Hartford Lions Soccer Academy, HLSA, is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to positively impact the development of youth in the greater Hartford community by providing them with soccer and life enriching opportunities to create and nurture valuable soccer instructions and to enhance their social and physical health by fostering a positive and safe environment. That's what the HLSA is all about, and we encourage all the youths in and around the greater Hartford community to join this organization, come and see, get fit, get healthy. Today we have two excited guests, and we have our returning president of HLSA, and Mr. Keneal, and we have two wonderful people here. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves in a second. But for those of you who don't know, last year we had a wonderful soccer game between Hartford Police and Hartford Fire Department. I'm going to get into that a little bit, how exciting that game was. For you, those of you who weren't there, it felt like you were at the World Cup finals. It was that exciting and that competitive.
Sure did. Sure did.
So today we have two. First, we're going to start with Hartford Police because they actually won the match. I'm going to allow Gabby to introduce herself.
Good afternoon. I'm Officer Gabrielle Aruda of the Hartford Police Department. I've been on for 5 years now. In my tenure, I've been in patrol, street crimes, and now I'm assigned to the Major Crimes Division.
Thank you so much, Gabby. Are you going to play the match this year?
Yes, I'm going to play in this.
Oh,
the match
awesome.
this year.
All right. And from the Hartford Fire Department, who decided that they're definitely going to win this year because they were upset with the match last year.
Artie Rosa, Hartford Fire Department. I've been there 14 years, going on 15, and we want revenge.
I love that. So before I get into certain things, I just want to ask, did you play last year in the match?
No, I was away that weekend. I didn't get a chance to, but...
Okay. And how long have you been playing soccer?
Man, my whole life.
Okay.
I started really young, and then U9 probably.
Okay.
Parker Rec before that, all the way up through college.
What's your favorite position?
I was a goalie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I wouldn't say that was my favorite position, but that's what I ended up being.
Where do you play now?
In midfield. Wherever.
In midfield?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Midfield.
All right. And now, how long have you been playing soccer?
I am not a soccer player.
Oh, you're not a soccer player. Okay. So
I have played. I played soccer. Obviously, I think the sport is catching on.
Yes.
Across the whole world.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
We've definitely played.
Well, let me correct you for a second. The sport is catching on in America.
Correct,
it's huge across the world. It's the biggest sport in the world.
That's what I meant.
So are you going to play in the match?
No. I'll be on the sidelines. I'll be managing.
So you are going to tell your team their weakness that Gabby is really a goalkeeper, but she's playing out.
I'm here solely to scout. And
okay.
learned two pieces of information that I've relayed back to the team.
What's the old adage? Those that can't do, coach.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I run the marathon, so I'll see you on the.
Fair enough.
Well, that I can do.
Come over there.
Well, I'm going to agree with you on this one because I do coach too. I coach Arm Ranger soccer team. That's my rival over there. I play against his team. And I used to play for many years, but now because of injury, I coach now. So, and we're in the State Cup final. We're not going to get to that today. But
Congrats.
dig at him. But so last year's match was wonderful, really exciting for you because you weren't there, and for anyone who weren't at the match, definitely want to come to this one this year. It was really exciting. Just give you a little short synopsis of what happened. From the beginning, I saw the Hartford Fire Department came out, and they were warming up, looking like a professional team, looking good. I'm like, oh, my God, I don't think anybody can beat them. Then I saw the Hartford Police Department. They came out. They walked in a line together. They had their flag. And I'm like, oh, my God, I felt like I was in the English Premier League. These guys look ready. And, of course, the fire department took the lead 1-0, and they were playing good, going back and forth. Hartford equalized. Hartford scoring the dying moments. The police scoring the dying moments. They won 2-1.
You skipped out the 2 to 3 goals that we scored.
that
were then taken away from us.
Well, you have to score goals legally. I'm sorry.
It was one of the first times I've seen police steal.
You can tell the rivalry is brewing here. You can tell. So, let me get into some questions here for you guys because we want to get a feel for how you guys feel about the community, how you feel about soccer, bringing the community together. This is an event that we're trying to use to bring the community together. And, people a lot of times have a negative outlook on the police department, and a lot of people really don't know what the fire department do and how important you guys' jobs are. And so a match like this, you see you guys out there, playing competitively, trying to bring the community together. It's really good. I think it's really good. So I'm gonna start with you. What does community mean to you, and how does this match brings that to life?
Well, I grew up here in Hartford. I'm my whole entire life, and I grew up watching soccer across in Cole Park. It's much more informal back then, but it was the beginning. This is in the '80s.
Yep.
So, but community to me is the going to your neighbor's house, knocking on his door, getting your other friends out, and going to find a game to play, soccer, baseball, basketball,
Right.
whatever it was. The parents knowing each other,
Yep.
the parents going together, and participating as a unit, not just a family there, but everyone knew each other. And I think sports does that. It brings the families together. The kids know each other. The parents know each other. I think it goes a long way to fostering that environment, which we obviously need a lot of here in Hartford.
Absolutely, and one of the mission part of the mission statement of HLSA is to have the parents be involved with the development of their kids. And whenever there's any kind of event with the kids, we always encourage the parents stay on, come on, volunteer, help them. It let the kids respond a little bit better when they see the mom and dad right there, but also getting to know each other and build a strong community. So for you, Gabby, what does community mean to you, and how does that brings this match to life?
I think it's so important for kids to grow up with sports. It creates structure and time management, and you get to meet so many good people that are all bonding around this one thing. So community is that bond together, the neighborliness, the engagement with one another. I had so many great opportunities playing sports, being able to travel and whatever, and we deal with a lot of individuals who grow up in single parent households and have a lot of struggles. So sports are so important to get them out there and keep them away from doing other certain activities that could get them in trouble.
Absolutely. And just to kind of piggyback on what you said about traveling and how important sports is, my own nephew, who played with the Glastonbury travel team, had the opportunity to play in Argentina and meet Diego Maradona and have a picture with him to this day. So that's something to brag about. You know what I'm saying? So and then like you said, fitness and health. It's really something that these youths need to really get on board with. But of course, we need parents in there too. So the next question for you, Gabby, is why is it important for youth to see the police and fire department coming together like this?
I think there's a certain stigma, especially around police and uh, people. Some people can't look past the badge, and they want to dehumanize police officers. They just see the badge there, and it's this negative. Hold on.
I know negative attitude.
Like
They
a
just have
negative attitude towards
yeah,
it, and
yeah,
we have so many good people on the police department, so many good people in the fire department. We just
Absolutely.
want to get rid of that stigma, and they see us coming together in this game out in the community, out with a great environment of people, then we can really come together and share that bond over something great, which is soccer.
absolutely. I completely agree with you. I think the 0.5% of bad that may attribute it to a few police officers does not outweigh the 99.9%
100%.
of good that police officers do. The problem is it's not highlighted.
Right.
When police officers or fire guys are running into a burning building to save someone or pulling someone over a car wreck, that's not highlighted in the media. It's not talked about. It's not put on front page. It's only when one bad guy does something you talk about it for the whole week. So
Right.
I completely agree with you. So for you, why is this important for the community to see, for youth to see fire and the police department coming together?
It goes back to your question about community. I think I grew up in the city, and I saw both police and fire working in the city. And most of the times when we're activated, it's because there's an emergency, and that's usually not good. Whether someone's in trouble, we're doing, compressions on someone that has had a heart attack, pulling someone out of a car wreck, or in our case, working at a fire where we're trying to save people and their property. I think it gives kids like me when I was a kid a chance to see these adults just in a much more fun atmosphere, which has some competitive part of it, but it's also fun. There's a lot of good vibes out there, and I think it's nice to see kids look at us as role models and to see that we're doing something that I know. I mean, like you said, soccer is probably in America. It's growing at the fastest pace of any sport.
Absolutely.
And so at that point, to see. The two rival. We're like brothers and sisters in a house. We fight, but when we go out there to do our job together, I think we rely on each other. So it's playing your brother in the backyard, having a little fun with it, and for the kids to see us not with our uniform on,
Right.
not necessarily doing our jobs, but having fun playing soccer is monumental. It's huge for the community.
That is so true.
And just to continue on what he was saying, we usually don't deal with people on their best days. We have
So
to
true.
do compressions or medicals. People unfortunately getting shot in the city. Whatever it is, we're there at their worst days. This is an opportunity for us to show how great we are as people and have
Absolutely.
fun with it.
Completely agree with you, because a lot of people don't realize that when you dial those 3 numbers, 911, it's a human you're calling. So they think you guys are like superhumans because you have a uniform on. But if you take that uniform on, put you on a soccer field, you're a different person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just a different uniform.
Different uniform.
And look, you have to point out the importance of what Keneal started. I think he approached us, last year early on, and right away we have a softball game that we do, and we do some flag football stuff. But to do soccer was new,
Right.
and it's actually the most popular thing now because everybody's talking about it.
Yep.
And the last thing I'll add is in regards to seeing the police and fire on the field, is we compete. And we work for the city. We serve the city, but we do 2 different functions, and we're often, there's parts of both of our forces that maybe don't like each other a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay.
But this is a great place for us to work side by side and towards the community.
Absolutely.
And that's why what Keneal has done here is probably started something that was going to probably go on for a long time.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
We intend to.
big-
We
big-
intend to.
Yeah,
I
big
might add though, I know a couple of guys in the police force, and they did tell me the final score of the softball game. I'm not going to get into that. But I'm going to leave it right there. We'll talk about soccer today. We'll talk about it June 7th. But they did tell me about the softball.
All right.
So, question for you. What message are you hoping to send through this match beyond the final score? I know you want to win, but what message you want to send out to the community?
One, the kids can see, what you can do in your future. These are 2 great careers because, especially in the inner city, for kids to see, hey, you know what, it's kind of cool. Because I think to your point, you guys get a bad rap. So I think that's something that comes out of this is for kids to see these 2 professions on the pitch going against each other is a positive for the kids, and I just think the community aspect of it, because now you're gonna have families out there watching their dads, their moms
Absolutely.
compete, and the commingling of those 2 different professions, with the backdrop of what Keneal's organization is doing, is I mean you can't beat that.
Absolutely. And same question for you. What message are you hoping to send through this match beyond the final score?
That we're not only professionals in our careers, but we're, professionals to the community, and we're there to engage with them and make sure that we're portrayed in the best manner that we can be.
Absolutely. Wonderful. You were there last year, and I tell you, it felt like you were in
I was the missing piece, I
yeah.
guess.
It felt like you were in Wembley Stadium for the World Cup final. So, for those attending for the first time, what should they expect from the energy at the stadium? What do you think will
I
happen?
hope there's
This is
a
the
high
first time.
energy. I mean, I remember when I was in college playing and all the big crowds
Oh, yeah.
and playing your rival. That's when you play to your best ability because you're on edge. You're like, I'm ready to go here. So I hope we could feed off the crowd, and there's a big crowd there that we could play into.
And it was. Yes, it was. And you were there last year. You remember the screaming in the stand. So for those attending for the first time, we're trying to push this so a lot of people come out and see it. What should they expect? What should they expect the energy to be in the stadium?
It is probably going to be even more more energy because last year I think the people that were there were very feisty on both sides. Now this happens at any time we play each other. So when we do softball, I'm actually in the booth. I do the call. I do the call for the softball game, and there's a lot of fun. But I anticipate, because last year was such a success, that more people are going to come, and it's going to get even spicier. But I will say that I said I was managing a team. That's incorrect. The vice president of our union, Paul Mata, I'll give him a shout out. Shout out to Paulie. He's the manager, and you would have thought that we were, playing against a foreign team, and that it was a quarterfinals match, because he absolutely went ham the whole time, and it was fun. Shirley Surgeon was there, the council president, and it's just a lot of fun.
It was.
The
It
kids,
really was.
the family, everyone enjoying it, and because it was close. And every turnover, every time the ball crossed midfield and there was a scoring opportunity, you're just cringing. So there was a lot of good energy. I think this year I anticipate, because more people are going, and I can't imagine that Keneal isn't going to step it up every year and make this event even more successful. So it's going to be it's exciting. It's going to be.
Yeah, that's a very good point. That leads into my final question for you. Is there anything new or exciting you are looking forward to at this year's event, or is there something you'd like to see added for the future?
Well, you mentioned they came out with the flag. They were doing. You guys are doing a lot. You're doing a lot. So already our guys are like, well, we need a flag, and we got to come. We got to have a little kid, and and so I anticipate that it's just going to get tighter, more competitive, and I think. That our guys have been practicing, because they got some good players on their side. So I anticipate that the match is going to get a little it's stepping it up, and I anticipate a really good match. In the event, I just see the event growing. So I think both sides are bringing maybe people that didn't play and thought, I'm not going to play. I think you're going to see both
out
lineups.
Of the woodworks.
Yeah, both lineups are sharp, and so I anticipate some good soccer on the pitch.
Awesome. Well, you were there last year, but is there any ideas that you think that, we could add? Maybe we already have it, but just any ideas for the future?
Are the Hartford Lion youth included?
No.
Are
Just
they
the
walking
game. Just the game.
for the game?
Or the whole whole thing.
Well, we might do that.
You might bring them out,
Yeah.
walk
with the players.
That'd be awesome.
that's-
I
Okay.
think,
Yeah,
I think,
we didn't do that last year. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
a
I
good
think that'd be awesome.
Okay. Yeah. So we might just do that. Yeah. Before I go any further, I just want to let you know that from a coaching standpoint, you're watching the game last year, you guys should have put the game away in the first half. You should have put the game away in the first half.
You
had
some
chances.
We
too
did.
many.
We did.
And didn't put it away. And that's what happens.
I think there were.
So the police just stayed tenacious.
Yeah.
They kept fighting and kept going. And I said, you know what? The police are going to win this game.
If I remember correctly, there were 2 shots on goal within 30
Yeah,
feet
they
or less.
did nothing
And there
in
were
the
a
first
couple.
half.
Yeah, you're right.
You
But
guys had it,
we
so.
also scored some goals that, again, they were vacated through nefarious
So they
means.
Okay.
We were trying. We did our. Listen, we're not the police, but we were investigating to see who paid the refs, because I'm kidding, but they were close.
Tell you people, I'm telling you, for those of you who's going to watch this podcast, this game is really competitive. These guys are serious. They're laughing now, but when they're on the field, it's no laugh out there. They're throwing themselves all over the place, and it's a wonderful atmosphere, a wonderful game, very competitive. I want to jump into the June 7th Jamboree. We're going to bring on the president, Keneal, on right now to talk about the whole June 7th event. So, Keneal, why don't you give us some insight on that, what we're going to be doing that day?
Yeah, so for June 7th, we're going to be hosting their second annual community soccer match / jamboree. So it will kick off 9 a.m. We'll have the kids versus parents game. We'll have some fun activities going on for family friendly activities. Vendors will be available. We're hoping to have the city of Hartford involved in other community partners. So it's similar to last year. Fun, family friendly. Just to see everyone, bring everyone together, bring the city together, and that's essentially what it's about.
That's pretty good. I remember the last year the game between the kids and the parents. I think the kids got robbed and much.
Yeah, I think the kids won last year. It was
They
a
should have
close
won by
game.
more. They should have won by more.
Yeah.
And everything's starting at 9 a.m.
Kicks off at 9 a.m.
Okay.
We'll do the kids versus parents game from 9 to around 10:30.
Okay.
And the main game starts at
The
starts
highlight
at
game.
the highlight
Okay,
game
that's
starts
for those of you who don't know, the
11
main game starts at 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
It's the
11 a.m.
Hartford Fire Department versus Hartford Police Department, and that's going to be a exciting game. And if you've never seen these guys play, they are serious about it. But I just want to add something from my personal standpoint. I've always said this. There's 5 professions in the world that they don't get paid or appreciated enough, and those are the police officers, fire department, teachers, nurses, and doctors. So a lot of times when we see military personnel, we all say thank you for serving. I want to thank you guys for serving because you guys do it every day, all day, and I don't think you guys are appreciated enough. But I want you guys to put that aside, and come June 7th, you guys go crazy for each other. And then I'm going to invite you guys back to a game on June 8th that at the same stadium at 7 p.m. at night, we're playing the State Cup final.
Oh, we're there.
My team,
there, yeah.
Rangers, I'm
Yeah.
coaching that team, so we're going to be playing the State Cup finals
awesome.
against Fairfield.
Okay.
So we're hoping to win that game.
Do you expect to win?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Do you expect to win your game?
Absolutely.
All right. High five for that.
These guys
you-
on a
do you
mission.
think you're gonna win?
They're on a mission.
Yeah,
High
absolutely.
five for that too. All right. So you see, it's probably going to be a tie game, but we're going to win. They're going to tie. So
The city of Hartford wins. City of Hartford
Hartford
wins.
will win.
City of Hartford wins.
City of Hartford will win.
The community wins.
And just to let everyone know who's watching this, feel free to contact us if you want to be a part of let's say. It's always for the kids, for the community, and we've always said it takes a village to raise a kid, and we want to build a strong community. And what we're doing, incorporating the police and the fire department involved in everything. So we definitely need parents to be involved in it, and that's the only way we're going to be successful. So we want everyone to come out on June 7th to come and watch this game, be a part of it, help out, encourage your kids to do it, get them, fit, get them healthy, and that's what we're all about. Anything to add before we close it out?
Yeah, before we go, we do have jerseys available.
Okay.
Before the game, so we have fire jersey and police as well.
Okay.
So if you follow us on Instagram, it's Hartford Lions Soccer Academy, or if you go on our website, it's www.hlsasoccer.org. You can go on and support whoever you want. You can personalize your jersey. You can put your name. You want to put fire, whatever, police, whatever you want to put in the jersey.
Okay.
So that's one thing that we're doing differently this year. Last year, we did the jerseys after the game. Because
Okay.
there was so much interest after the game. So we ended up doing that last year. But this year, we want people to obviously come out to the game wearing their jersey.
All right. Yeah.
So, and jersey sale has been going pretty well. It's been going pretty well.
Yeah.
It's been
Awesome.
going pretty well. So thank you guys for doing that, and continue sharing our information with friends, co-workers, and families for sure.
Awesome. So.
Oh, and quickly, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I must mention
Oh.
Hartford Athletic. Thank them for being our main
Oh,
sponsor.
absolutely.
and-
Oh, we got to thank
Yeah,
University of
University of
Hartford,
Hartford,
too, for allowing us
one
to
of
do
our
this
partners.
podcast.
Yes,
Thank you
absolutely.
very, very much. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hartford Athletic for allowing us to use the stadium, use your
Absolutely.
facilities.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for all that. We can't thank you enough, and we're going to continue to be partners with the Hartford Athletic and the University of Hartford as we continue to do this podcast, trying to bring the Hartford community together through sports. We really appreciate it. Thanks to Hartford Police Department, Hartford Fire Department for being a part of this, and any other entities that want to be involved. We welcome you all the time. HLSA is here for the community, for Hartford, and for the state of Connecticut in general. So, with that said, thank you everyone for coming today, and we'll see you guys on June 7th. We're going to have an exciting match, and it's going to be crazy, people. You definitely want to be this match. I'll be there. All right, everyone have a wonderful evening, and be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.